Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight. If you haven't had a chance before you leave tonight, please take a look at the Ware, the ceramics that are on display in the hallway, the works of Chen Pengfei. So it's taken about a year to put this together. We started planning about this time last year and coordinating with the U.S. Asian Cultural Academy. And we're so pleased, as a result of all that planning and coordinating, we were able to bring the works of acclaimed Chinese ceramicist Chen Pengfei to the Village Center to help us celebrate Asian American Pacific Islander Month. And so we're so pleased to have that here. I wanted to give a special thanks to a number of people from the U.S. Asian Cultural Academy. And that would be Xiaoming Zhao, who is the chairman of the Board of Trustees, and Mallory Starr, who is the president, and then also Yabe Yang, who is the coordinator with the U.S. Asian Cultural Academy. And then also a number of students who put countless hours in to help us promote the program and the exhibit. They created videos, they created a website, they did brochures, they came and helped set up the exhibit, and they just worked tirelessly. And we were so fortunate that they were willing to help out with this. And they are Leah Lee, Belle Lee, John Spear, and Angelina Spear. So thank you so much. And I'd like to welcome Xiaoming Zhao. And he will then introduce Mallory Starr and then the speaker tonight. So please welcome Xiaoming.
Thank you. 各位晚上好，谢谢你们的到来。晚上好，谢谢你们到来。
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for coming.
越窑青瓷呢，作为中国的瓷器啊，已经有2000多年的历史了。也是世界上最早的、最古老的瓷器。
The Ware Calend's Celadon porcelain, with over 2,000 years of history, is one of the earliest porcelains.
越窑青瓷它辉煌了1000年的历史，同时呢又失传了1000年。
Chen Pengfei, a master of Chinese ceramic arts and national inheritor of the intangible cultural heritage of the Ware Calend's Celadon, his team received it after decades of research.
所以越窑青瓷的历史研究和制作工艺呢，非常的神秘感。今天我们要介绍的越窑青瓷的艺术大师，他是中国的国家非物质文化遗产的传承人。他在80年代开始，用了40年的时间来恢复和发掘整个越窑青瓷的传统的工艺。
Today, we're honored to have Dr. Lu Wenyue, a notable lawyer, scholar, global traveler, and a collector, to talk about the art of Chinese porcelain.
我们今天非常高兴地邀请到我们大华府的著名的律师陆文月博士。陆文月博士，他不仅仅是一位法学的博士啊，同时他也是一个杰出的文化和历史的学者。他也是一个环球旅行的爱好者和收藏家，所以我们今天非常高兴他会为我们来做演讲。
The U.S. Asian Cultural Academy has been recording the achievements of Asian artists since 2004 in partnership with major cultural institutions such as the Library of Congress, the National Folk Life Center, universities, and art research centers.
美国亚洲文化学院呢，我们专注有4项 四个项目啊，一个是政策研究，一个是文化记录，还有一个是战略培训和那个出版。那么今天这个项目呢，是我们文化记录的一个项目。这个项目主要是负责的就是我们在记录亚洲地区杰出的艺术家他们的历史和他们的那个创作。那把这些东西记录下来以后呢，保存起来。那么跟我们20年的合作呢，跟那个美国国会图书馆、美国国家民俗中心、大学等等这些机构一起合作，就是来完成这些项目。那我们记录的艺术家呢，既有音乐家，也有那个画家、戏剧家，包括陶瓷艺术家等等。
Chen Pengfei is a celebrated figure among these artists, with his works held in high esteem worldwide and collected by the Forbidden City, museums, universities, libraries, art institutions, and diplomatic missions.
所以今天要介绍这个陈鹏飞，他的作品已经被广泛的收藏，包括中国北京的故宫博物院啊，包括一些那个大学的图书馆、艺术机构、外交机构是广泛的收藏。那么我们非常的高兴，今天这个 Community Center 给我们这样一个机会，能够让我们在这个美国的5月的那个亚裔月的这个时间，能够让我们在这里做1个月的展览和今天晚上的演讲。
We're grateful to Community Center, Village of Friendship Heights, and Ms. Ann for their supporting and hosting this exhibition and lecture during the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month in May.
非常谢谢那个安娜女士给我们的支持和帮助啊，为我们这个展览演讲提供的一切方便。Mallory Starr 那个亚洲文化学院的院长和我们还要特别的感谢，就是我们Montgomery郡的这个高中和初中的4位同学，他们参与了我们整个的展览和那个图书的那个编辑工作。那个图书那个画册，图书的那个参与工作。这个工作它包括整个网站的设计、展览的设计、那个方案的设计、视频的设计，包括印刷、布展，大量的工作都由4个学生来完成的。他们分别付出了数十个小时来完成，没有任何报酬。所以我们非常的感谢他们的奉献和远见，同时我们也为这个亚裔社区这样年轻的孩子啊，能做出这种感到非常骄傲。
A special thanks to Montgomery County students Bella Lee, Leah Lee, Angelina Spear, and John Spear for their volunteer work on the Chen Pengfei Classic Works collection and this exhibition, including website design, video and image design, printing, and exhibition layout. We are grateful for your dedication and also proud of the talent of our outstanding young people in the Asian community.
我非常高兴的邀请我们这个亚洲文化学的院长Mallory Starr来为这个4个学生颁奖。
Dr. Mallory Starr, the president of the U.S. Asian Culture Academy, will now present certificates of appreciation to these dedicated students.
I'll just give a very, very brief overview of some of the things we've done at UACA, and this has really been since 2006 that we started working together in both the U.S. and in China, too. In China, we did 2 conferences in partnership with the U.S. Navy Academy and the U.S. Library of Congress. And this was to bring in Asian scholars to give their view of really the Middle East as a conflict-habituated area. So that's one focus we had. Another focus we had was we did some work with some people from General Motors Corporation. They were getting used to the culture of China, and they were setting up plants and more operations. Basically, we've really focused on cultural exchanges, economic development, and consulting work. And since that time, really, we've had a lot of fun. And on my part, this is a volunteer position, and of course, we all got expenses, but it was volunteer anyway. And so, Dr. Liu.
Who? Me? Ah, okay.
I wondered where you
Sorry, I
went.
didn't hear you.
So it's all yours.
All right, thank you. Thank you. President Starr and Chairman Zhao, thank you for inviting me to give a talk about celadon. And thank you, all of you, to come here to appreciate the Chinese porcelain. And celadon is considered mother of the Chinese porcelain. My topic mainly will be two. Why Chen Pengfei? Why Chen Pengfei? Mr. Zhao has introduced quite a bit. And I don't know whether you have read articles, news reports about Chen Pengfei and his porcelain ware. Here we have displaced 10 pieces outside. I wonder if you have looked at them. Maybe you find 2 pieces, the labels are wondering. You will wonder why it's called pen washer. The swan pen washer, now let me correct it. The translation is not accurate. It's a brush washer because the Chinese use a brush in the past, not a pen. Pen was created by Westerners, all right? many years later. So it's a brush washer. The couple of seals were translated into a medallion. Have you noticed that? Medallion actually is great or bigger medals, right? I hope that President Starr and Chairman Zhao, you should have changed your paper certificates with medallions. Medallions are prizes. These are seals, imperial seals. But the original shape was not made of porcelain or pottery. Originally, these were jade, white jade or green jade. And these porcelain ware were modeled after the green jade. So they are not antique, they are new and done by Chen Pengfei. And Chen Pengfei, well, let me introduce him a little more later on. The second topic is why celadon. Have you ever seen celadon? Where are celadons here? Have you seen? Do you see any celadon here? Good, very good. These pieces are all celadons, all right? This is the oldest celadon, about 2,000 years ago, made in Zhejiang province, Xiaoming Lake. And I was born close to Xiaoming Lake. And celadon or 越窑, 越 kiln ware, 越窑, 越 kiln ware was born in Xiaoming Lake and surrounding areas or cities. And that's why they asked me to present those things. Maybe they, my birthplace was also near Xiaoming Lake, or I am familiar with Xiaoming Lake Yue kiln wares. Maybe that's the only reason they asked me. I don't know why they chose me to do that. And this is very old, 2,000 years ago, and this is supposedly to be the origin of the Chinese Yue kiln ware. And that's the origin, the very beginning. This is the sample. You see, this is celadon, probably you don't agree. This is brown color, right? That's brown color. Celadon supposedly is to be pale green. Pale green like this, and like this, right? So how many colors we can call celadon? I wonder if you have ever counted. Anyone can say how many hues or colors of celadon? We Chinese, or I personally, summarized about 20 hues can be said to be celadon. Now, this is the original one, the first one. For Ware, 7 or 8 colors could be used to describe celadon. A pale green, light green, brown green, brush green, all right? And jade green. This is considered jade green, green jade, jade green. And brownish green, right? And this is certainly gray green, right? And so many words to describe celadon, right? And celadon actually include lots of other colors used after the Ware disappeared or stopped making. Like this one. This is a Longquan Q, 100 years later, made after Q. Of course, it succeeded Q color and the body. So it's also called celadon. And these are, I wonder if someone can recognize. This is one of the typical Korean celadon. Korean is Korea. Korea is Latin word. Korea is English. So this is made in Korea about like 1,000 years ago. And the Korean green ware is, of course, after Ware. And Ware is the mother, and they are the grandchild. And this is maybe also great-grandchild, right? And this is the child. And this is supposedly to be about 1,000 years ago, made also in Xiaoming Lake, the same place. But this is later. This is original. And celadon has an origin. I wonder if anyone in the audience know it. Celadon is not anything about porcelain pottery. Celadon is the main character or hero of a play written by a French playwright, right, in 17th century. I wonder if you have read the longest novel in the world, at least in Europe, right? In the 17th, then the play, the same name play, is after the model or novel or based of the novel, and the hero is called Celadon, and he is a shepherd. He's a shepherd. The shepherd is wearing a light green coat, all right? And one day, the mayor of Paris was holding a wedding ceremony for his daughter. A Persian merchant presented a Longquan vase to him. And the Longquan vase is so beautiful. Not like this. This is also Longquan ware, right? This is celadon, but it's gray. That Longquan ware was made in early 17th century. The color is we called green bean color, or 豆瓣. you don't have this word in English, 豆瓣 color. 豆瓣 is the meat of the broad bean. I wonder if you know the broad bean. Chinese or Asians love to eat bigger, like this big, right? And it has a coat or skin. Inside is meat, also this big. We eat the meat, not the shell of the bean. And inside, very fresh green, just like tender leaves in the spring. Very, very green, excellent. Now that is Longquan Ware color. And at that time, the mayor of Paris didn't know how to describe, the Persian merchant didn't know how to describe the color. Is that beautiful? Suddenly, no, I'm sorry, I have to stop here. Now this is called Longquan, the beautiful Longquan color. It's a douban glaze, fresh bean, right? And before that, there is a color better than this one, but not as fresh green like a douban glaze, but much better than this one. It's a pale green. I don't have a sample here. Pale green, but beautiful, very beautiful. And then the mayor of Paris pointed at celadon, his coat. His coat carries the same color of the porcelain. And he said, this is celadon. Wow, celadon. After that, celadon becomes a word to describe the porcelain, the green porcelain of China. And it becomes an English word. Celadon is a person's name, now becomes a popular porcelain word, celadon. And all these are celadon. As I also said, the douban glaze, beautiful. Bean green, peach green, celery green, sky blue, bluish green. Well, about 20 names you can think about. Green, light green. But what is celadon? The true celadon is light green, but not like this. This is gray green, right? And not like this. This is certainly is not so beautiful, right? And I wonder if this is beautiful. This is a gray, right? Light gray. Celadon is like this kind of color. But celadon, the original celadon is more greenish than this one. I don't think, you would love this green very much because it's gray. And Longquan Ware is kind of, we call it a bean gray, douban gray, very beautiful. But certainly people would love a pretty green. This is a pale green, but this has a history. A long history. This is Chen Pengfei's reproduction of this one, which is about 1,200 years old, which was unearthed in Xi'an, China, in the Fameng Temple. Fameng Temple in 1987, people discovered 14 we call it Ware, real Ware. And these 14 pieces are what we know as secret color, 秘色词, secret color. Before 1987, secret color is only written in books. People can, secret color. Secret color is the best color, the best porcelain produced by Shaolin Lake. But where are they? What kind of porcelain is secret color Ware? Nobody knows it in the world, truly. It's not an exaggeration. Nobody knows it because nobody has seen it. Until 1987, 14 pieces were discovered. And in there, in the tomb, under the pagoda, there is a box, there is a book, there is a list, 14 pieces. They are all named as secret color porcelain and produced in Xiaoming Lake in Zhejiang province. Now people know, oh, this is the secret color. And now we see this is a secret color. This is secret. What is the secrecy? Now it's not a secret because Chen Pengfei has reproduced it to its true color. And experts of porcelain say, yeah, looks like a secret color. And we recognize him as the inheritor of the Chinese intangible cultural heritage in the Yue King Ware. He is the real true inheritor. And this is his product. And the outside 10 pieces are also his products. You can say secret color. This is secret color. It's no longer secret, all right? And but also you see it is labeled $1,000. This one is $5,000 labeled by the Academy. I wonder if they are auctioning these 10 pieces. So in China, Mr. Zhao told me, this one could have cost you tens of hundreds of Chinese yuan or dollars. Or in American dollars, it can cost you 10,000 US dollars. It's $5,000. Well, it's still cheap. I'm sorry. Sounds like a salesperson. All right. And this is secret, but secret color does not belong to Yue Ware only. It belongs to Longquan Ware, all right? Also belongs to other beautiful ware. Because the glaze, how do you make this glaze? What inside, what ingredients inside this glaze, right? It's a secret. The all beautiful glazed porcelains are secret, just like Coca-Cola. Ingredient, we still don't know, right? It's a top secret. So glaze too, but now this code has been decoded by Chen Pengfei, but I have to be fair with other masters of Yue Ware in China, in Chen Pengfei's birthplace. There are, as far as I know, at least 5 dozens of masters of Yue Ware. They are all producing secret color ware. You know why? You know, after 1987, the discovery of the secret color Yue Ware, people began to, no, this is a secret color, we try. And the state and the province also called upon those porcelain ware masters or workers to reproduce. You should spend the money time to study those secret color, right? Reproduce it. That's the pride of the China. You know, China is porcelain, right? That's the pride of China. That's the emerald of porcelain. You should do it. So hundreds, I'm sure, thousands of porcelain workers have begun to produce it, try to make it as close as possible to this real secret color. And I personally have read a lot of masters. Chen Pengfei is called the Grand Master because he's a Grand Master, so maybe he is named inheritor of the Yue King Ware heritage. And he is, of course, becomes well known in China. And we try to, the Academy try to spread his name across the world. So his His works have been collected by many institutes, museums, universities, even our Congress, right? So people began to know Chen Pengfei and his Yue King Ware, or Yue Ware. But regarding this Ware, now I have to also point out the secrecy, really secrecy. We know these are all called porcelain, right? Porcelain, but they are not quite. According to the Westerners, a connoisseur of Europe, they don't really regard these as porcelain. I mean, not this one, not this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They don't regard them as porcelain. I wonder if anyone can point out what are they? The body, the material. The material determines the name, right? We know pottery. They are not a pottery, right? Clearly. We know ceramics. They are all ceramics, that's correct. Ceramics is a bigger name. It includes clay, right? Red clay, yellow clay. The bricks is a ceramic. Tile in your bathroom is a ceramic. Glassware is a ceramic. Then pottery, right? People, probably 8,000 years ago, people on this earth began to fire and make pottery, right? And the pottery we know, it needs only about 600 to 900, maybe 1,000 degrees centigrade. Not a very high firing, but it's called pottery. And above pottery, higher firing, say 1,000 to 1,200 degrees centigrade. Now, we call another name stoneware. Stoneware. These are stoneware, not this one, not this one. According to Western porcelain experts or specialists, they don't use porcelain to describe these because these probably they fired at 1,000 to 1,200 degrees centigrade. And porcelain needs 1,300 up to 1,400. Nowadays, 1,400 degrees centigrade is possible because we have electricity, gas, right? In the past, people use firewood, right? Firewood to burn them. And the best firewood is what? Is pine trees, right? Or cedar, cypress, easy to be burned. Particular pine trees, you put the pine wood into the pit or kiln, the fire could burn very high. The temperature can go up very quickly. But in older China, the history does not record the fire degree has been over or had been over 1,300 degrees. If you reach 1,300 degrees, it's rare, it's not easy. You need a lot of firewood. And this is we call it porcelain. This is a porcelain because this is made just a couple of years ago, right? And it's easy to reach the 1,300, 1,400 degrees. So it's called porcelain. And another feature of porcelain is the clay, right? I wonder if we ever know what a clay porcelain is made of. Anyone knows it?
Kaolin.
Yeah. We called Kaolin or Kaolinite in English, Kaolinite. Kaolinite is white colored. clay. Kaolinite was originally discovered and used in Jingdezheng. You know Jingdezheng? Jingdezheng porcelain ware is the best known ware in the world, not only in China. Of course, Jingdezheng was known to be the beautiful porcelain making place. It was about like 1,200 years ago. It's like Longquan. But even Longquan is earlier than Jingdezheng. The China, small letter China, or porcelain ware you use at home, the plates, bowls, vases. They are probably most are made in Jingdezheng. I don't think anyone will have Longquan or this is Yue ware, because this is a rare, and I only found here in this area, not in Chicago, not in San Francisco, in this area, in the Freer Museum. That's one of the Asian museums. Freer, Dr. Freer collected one piece only, Yue ware. He got only one, but he donated all of his collection to Asian Museum, Smithsonian, right? And the other one is called a box, brownish color box, and called stoneware, not porcelain. It was made about 1,000 years ago in the northern Song Dynasty. It's a stoneware. Now, stoneware used by Freer Museum, Freer Gallery. That's American connoisseur of porcelain. Now, I agree. It's stoneware like this. And besides it, there is a Korean box. It's also stoneware. It's also called, as we mentioned, celadon. So Korean box and the Yue box are also called celadon. And all other green ware are called celadons. Japanese celadon, Korean celadon, Chinese celadon, and the European celadons. So I think the person at the museum is lazy. We are not. We use about 20 kinds of hues to describe different colors of celadon, right? And in fact, in English, we have a word which is real celadon. It's spelled C-Y-A-N. I wonder if you know it. Cyan. Cyan is light green. It's in Chinese we say qing. Qing is celadon. Qing is the cyan. But why English-speaking people don't use cyan to describe? Because cyan, the word cyan, entered into English dictionary only in 1879. 1879, while celadon began to be used in 17th century, early 17th century. I think that's the difference. Otherwise, why not use cyan to say cyan ware instead of celadon ware? Nobody knows celadon. When people go to the museum, they see the word celadon to describe lots of green, pale green, fresh green, or bluish green ware. Why all are celadon? It's different. This color is also celadon. It's a brownish, yellowish green. It's a celadon. Now I think we should restore the name, English name, pale green, green is a bluish green. In Chinese, Qing in English should be sign, sign, C-Y-A-N. That will be very accurate. Otherwise, you have to say about at least 10 kinds of green, right? Greenish glaze. Now that's the difference. So now I should thank Mr. Chen, who is sitting behind next to Mr. Zhao. Mr. Chen, his name is Liang Yi. He is a collector. He gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. That's his collection. That's over 2,000 years old, rare. How much is that? Once I came upon a price for this kind of old celadon produced in Xiaoming Lake in Zhejiang province near my hometown. You could say $1 million. Mr. Chen, would you sell it for $1 million US? No, he's not willing to. And this is about 1,000 years old, right? It's a plate. Inside there is a sheep. It could be sold in China at a crazy price, $500,000. Now that I know, because I watch the auctions quite a lot. And this is a bowl, also about 1,000 years ago, could be sold at also $500,000. And these are Korean, all right? And there are 2 fish at the bottom. Korean celadon are also very priced, highly priced. People love it. I love it. When I go to Chicago Art Museum, or Freer Museum, and the Boston Museum, San Francisco Asian Museum, they have displayed a lot of Korean celadon like this, and even better than this one. And these are early Goryeo, not that beautiful. But the museum collection is truly beautiful, pretty. You will love it when you see it. So go to Freer. Freer has a lot of, Chicago Art Museum really is a must-go place to see Goryeo celadon. Beautiful, all right? Now we mentioned Fameng Temple, 14 pieces of celadon, secret color. We also mentioned the 3 kinds of ceramics, right? Porcelain, 1,300 degrees at least, up to 14. And we also mentioned the stoneware, 1,000 to 1,200 degrees, and pottery, 600 up to 1,000. So you will see some pottery are very crispy, soft, right? You can use your knife to cut it or to engrave it easily. Porcelain you cannot. It's hard, very hard. But the other feature of porcelain, as I mentioned just briefly before, is the body. So this one I brought here for you to take a look. This is not a white clay, right? Clearly. It's gray bluish, a little bluish gray. But that's not garland clay. As I mentioned, white clay is the main material for the Chinese porcelain, white. And I wonder if some of you know, white clay in China could be eaten like a powder, wheat powder, a power. And in the farming, great farming of 1959 up to 1962, which caused 37 million Chinese people died of great famine. And many people ate white clay. Clay used to make porcelain. It's soft, it's flour-like, it's edible. If you mix it with your wheat flour, the taste is not that bad. It's plain, and some people describe to me it's plain. And you can eat it, of course, for several times. It will not cause bigger problem. But if you eat a long time, could cause health problem and maybe die of it. But at least if you eat 5 or 6 times to fill your stomach, should be fine. So that's the wonder of good clay. So it's soft, but it's white, very white. And not only China has it, the United States has the most kaolin in the world. And it could be used for hundreds of years. China is the second, and Europe also has discovered the kaolin, and India, Middle East, they all have kaolin. That's why kaolin, that's why porcelain could be made not only in China, all over the world, right? Because the clay, kaolin clay, have been discovered across the world, in Africa also, and also glaze. Now, this glaze is, of course, gray-green. It is the local glaze material in Xiaoming Lake in Zhejiang province. This is original glaze they used in the past. Now they still use it, but the glaze, we know we have different kinds of glaze, at least hundreds of glaze. In China, Jingdezhen has produced hundreds of glazed porcelain, right? And this is one of them. And I call the monochrome. It's a monochrome, one color, right? Monochrome, one color. And the Chinese porcelains have beautiful colors, colorful, 5 colors, 7 colors, even more on one piece. But this is a one color, but this is engraved, right? Engraved, inlaid. You see that? It's called Dragon and the Phoenix vase, all right? And this is the name of the Grand Master Chen Pengfei. This is his name. He made it. So monochrome is the original porcelain color. Monochrome. People didn't know use 2 colors, 3 colors. Later on, we found, about 1,000 years ago, multicolored glazed porcelain were made. So the typical one is, of course, again, Jingdezhen. Jingdezhen began to know in the world about 12 years ago. All right. So lastly, I want to touch upon the history. The history, why it was born in Xiaoming Lake and why it began stop production. Mr. Zhao mentioned 1,000 years ago, it stopped producing Ware. Ware began 2,000 years ago in China, in Eastern Han Dynasty. Before that, there were Shangling or Yue pottery. It's called pottery, right? And when they became stoneware, now we call it porcelain. Chinese call it porcelain. Europeans or Americans call it stoneware. And 1,000 years ago, it stopped the production. Suddenly disappeared in the world. No more ware. Before that, a lot of ware was exported all over the world through the Silk Road to West Asia, South Asia, India, Iran, Iraq, Middle East, then to Mediterranean and to Europe, right? So 1,000 years ago, it stopped the production. You know why? The reason is the materials were depleted. First, the firewood. In Zhejiang province, there are lots of high mountains, woods, forests. After 1,000 years of burning, those woods were burned out, right? No more. And it had to stop, right? Clay is still fine because in the mountains you still can find the clays. But not the white clay, as we see. The white clay was discovered in Jingdezhen about 1,000 years ago. That's why Jingdezhen ware became known. Jingdezhen ware, wide body, beautiful glaze. No other places, no other kilns can match it. Also the price, like a Tesla price, they reduced. So they began to be very popular, sold all over the world. And even now, beautiful Jingdezhen ware is still cheap. To me, it's very cheap. If you spend $10, you can buy a beautiful one. $100, very artistic one. So that's the history, and why after 1,000 years it stopped, then why now it began to be reproduced. Now that's the Chinese government wants to restore its history, wants to get back its pride. Now this is the origin, original Qing or acclaimed, and we also called ceradon. We try to reproduce it so that the world will know the true color of the secret color, what it is. Now that's the magnificence. And Chen Pengfei and his friends and many of his co-workers have successfully reproduced. So that's the significance of the Academy of Mr. Starr wants to spread over to you, to the world. So that's my lecture. That's it. All right. Thank you for coming, for your patience.